My name's Alan Hart, and today I've been called out to a leaking radiator. So it's one of these fancy radiators. So we're going to have a look at this now. So if we just have a look at the bottom of the radiator, it's just leaking from the seal. You can just see there, look, it's just dripping. This is a new radiator, it's not been installed that long. And it's leaking already. Sorry about the poor video quality on this, but we're just going to undo this lock shield and we're going to turn this off with an Allen key. And that's to stop the flow of water into the radiator. And then we're going to go to the other side and we're going to do the same. So we're going to turn this side off as well, and then we're going to drain the radiator down. So what we're trying to do on here, we're trying to get a tub under the best we can, and then we just want to drain the radiator and get the water out of the radiator. We don't want to drain all the central heating system down, because then obviously we'd have to fill it all back up and it'd take a lot longer. So we've fully drained this radiator down now. Sorry for the poor quality here, it's hard to hold the camera and video at the same time. It was also leaking from the smaller nut on this, but it was dripping from this big nut as well. And we can just see there, washer's not in very well. So we're going to remove this washer now, and we're going to put a new washer on. So we'll do that now. End of the radiator, just try and dry it best we can, and then I'm going to use some Lacquer paste for there. And I always find this stuff's quite good. You could also use Loctite on the thread part if you dried it all, but I've used this stuff on this seal. Just try to put as much on as I can. Just totally coat it and then put his new washer on there. It's a bit hard with just one hand and trying to video, and then we just need to put that back in the end of the radiator. As again, sorry about the poor quality video. I'll just have a little walk around the house in a minute and I'll just show you some of these radiators in this house, because they're all lovely fancy radiators. Just screwing this back in now into end of this radiator, and then we're going to tighten this in, and then we'll leave this for a few minutes, and I'll just have a little walk around. I'll just show you some of these other radiators on this system. If we just start downstairs on these radiators, absolutely amazing. They cost about £1,000 each, I believe. Customer sourced them themselves. I'm just going to this bedroom now, and this one, nice radiator valve. I think the valves were about £70 each or so. I didn't source any of these radiators. I'm just going to other room and just have a look at this one in other room as well. But all the house is with these lovely fancy radiators. So they spent an absolute fortune. If you want to comment below and just let me know if you think it's worth it. If there's 11 or 12 of these in a house, is it worth £12,000 just in radiators? What do you think? Please comment below. And if I'm honest, the outputs on these are not great, so the house doesn't get as warm as it could. Personally, I prefer standard radiators, but I suppose that's just me. And then we just need to tighten these nuts back on. We want to be really careful with the metal on this, because you don't want to scratch it and damage it, because it's like a polished metal. So what we need to use is just use a spanner and just be as careful as we can with them. Once we've tightened all this back up, then what we need to do, we need to open the valves on both sides, and then once we've opened the valves on both sides, we can then bleed this radiator, and then we'd need to go back downstairs and top the boiler back up. That's the old O-ring. If we look at the radiator now, we've filled it all up and there's no more leaks. It's not dripping at all. So that's one radiator all fixed and back working for the customer. So that's my video on how to repair a leaking radiator, the fancy style radiators. If you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments below. And if you could give me some feedback, would you install them type of radiators in your house? Would you spend quite a lot of money on radiators for them to be fancy? Comments below, put some comments and give me some feedback. And if you like my videos, please click like somewhere, and there'll be a subscribe button down there somewhere as well. And if you could also ring the bell. I've been told that I've got to say to ring the bell because that means you see my videos or something like that. Alright, thanks very much.